And tonight a matchup of inexperienced teams, young ball clubs. Brent, talk about some of the challenges that come with coaching a team so young.
I think the idea for most of the coaches is they see it in the eyes of the players. They want everything now. They want it so fast, and they're not quite sure about the steps to get to the end game. That's the most important thing for a coach, is to talk about the small steps throughout any given season that the coach can put in front of them. And some of those challenges, you find out also which of the guys are willing to accept the team challenge as opposed to the individual one.
But challenging nonetheless in every way.
Oh, yeah, and for 8 months of it, Kevin.
Yeah.
So get ready for massive parenting for the year for this coaching staff.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Pass to Morant. Shoots from the corner. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Got that one up quick. Fox has got his second bucket of the night.
Keeps working hard on this three-point shot, trying to make it a lot more consistent part of his attack, is De'Aaron Fox.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
There's Morant. The Kings getting the bucket. Here's Clark. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Bogdanovich. Kings moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Holmes with it. And Holmes throws it down.
Well, the more Fox does that, the more he's going to be looked at like a leader.
And here's Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
What a culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac, along with Peja Stojakovic, two of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
And it's Morant missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Pass to Holmes. To the middle. Here's Bagley. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
Fader on the way.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Bagley. Pass to Bogdanovich. Over Robinson. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Morant. A three-pointer off the mark.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Fox looking it over. Goes back up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about De'Aaron Fox just staying focused there with the finish? Controlled that one well.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, and you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Holmes, good. Holmes got his second basket of the night.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Bogdanovich wide open. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Here's Osman. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Morant. The shot, no good. And the Kings going the other way now.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Jackson. Puts it up off the inbound. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. Here's Fox. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And Sacramento has possession, following the score by Memphis. 5 to shoot. Right wing. Releases. Bagley, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
And here is Fox. After Jaren Jackson made that last 3-pointer. The kick out to Rozier. Another shot. Pass to Holmes. Picked his pocket. Jackson from long range. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Sacramento making a switch here. Here's Fox. He's got 10. Pass to Bagley. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bagley's got his second basket of the game.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Here's Fournier. Guarded by Fox. Fournier's shot is off. Kings leading now by 10. The kick out to Fox. Sinks the triple. Fox has got 13 points.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
Cousins becoming more focused at being a better passer and a more efficient shooter, improving some of the aspects of his game that have made him an all-star in the NBA.
The kick out to Rozier. They grabbed their own miss. Randall on the follow.
So active and understanding more and more with his experience where to be to get offensive rebounds is Julius Randle.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Fournier. Lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now Holiday. He's guarded by Schroeder. Rozier with the ball. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Kings making a change here. And Sacramento has possession. 10-point lead. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Memphis. Out to the right wing. Pass to Cousins. Over Nance. Cousins with the bucket. Cousins has got it back down to single digits for Memphis.
Contained, assertive attitude being shown by Boogie right now. Feeling like no one can guard him, and he might be right.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 13. Over in the corner, Rozier. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Nance. It's rebounded by Memphis.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Here's Rozier. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And the Kings lead by 8.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Schroeder outside. Tries to keep it alive. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
The Kings making a switch here. On the wing, Holiday. Randall right side. Pass to Nance. Randall down low. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
They get it back. No good from Cousins. Oh, Nance in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, you could throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr., and then he'll know what to do with it.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kings leading now by 12. Inside. And then slams it in.
Yeah, the man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
Here's Schroeder. It's Fournier on the wing. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it. Gets it off. So as we end the first quarter, all ready. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Kings here, they've been really putting on a show, guys.
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens. Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Fournier for three. From downtown. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Pass to Rozier. Here's Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 8 points for him.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Poke loose. Lobbed up there for Schroeder. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Now here's Randle. 6 points for him. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
Oh, that's nuts. Randle getting up there, turning a little bit, and putting on a bit of a show here.
Morant with a wide-open look. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Over in the corner, Rozier. Randle down low. The second effort. Good on the shot. Randle's got 6 here in this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Now, here's Rozier. To the inside. And again, Julius Randle. Randle's got 12 in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Now here's Randall. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 14 points for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Morant. Over Rozier. Misses off the left iron.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Grizzlies have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Pass to Osman. Now here's Holmes. Outside Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. Trying to get open is Randall. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
Kings ball.
Sacramento with the ball. 4 on the clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Robinson, that's good. Kings leading now by 13. Randall surveying the D. The kick out to Rozier. Pass to Bogdanovich. Randall outside. Shot clock at 5. Good. And the Kings lead by 15.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court. It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Pass to Osman. The kick out to Fox. Bagley with a wide open look. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. 6 points for Marvin Bagley.
Like to see him take it there. Marvin Bagley, confident play.
Here's Morant. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Back to Bagley. A pass to Fox. Morant with the steal. Jackson from long range. That one's not going to go. So the Kings will take it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. You have freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Back to Clark. Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And so he hits both.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And that's 15 points for De'Aaron Fox. Now here's Morant. He's got 9. To the right side. Robinson, that's good.
Nice stroke from long range. And if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Fox, the bounce pass. Baseline J on the way. Tries again. Here's Osman. Second chance shot. Tries it from 9. And that's good off the glass that time. And that's now 6 points for Larry Nance. And it's Clark in the corner. Pass to Morant. Outside Jackson. Offensive rebound. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. A nice shot by Bug. Bogdanovich.
And Bagley with a nice job of surveying there.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Pass to Jackson. Over Nance. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance. That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. And so Fox will bring it up for the Kings. 17 points was their biggest margin. Outside Holiday. Misses the 3. 3 on 3. Robinson for 3. Here's Jackson. Second shot opportunity. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Right side, Fox. Outside Holiday. Sacramento moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Rozier missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Fox. following the score by Memphis. The kick out to Rozier. No good from outside.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Now, here's Fox. 15 points in the game.
Continuing to expand his offensive game. Fox off to a good start.
It's Fournier on the wing. Over Rozier. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but I trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. So it's the Grizzlies now. Sacramento making their last shot. Down low. Unloads from 9. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marvin Bagley picks one up. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first half. And here's Randall. He's got 14. Pass to Rozier. Back to Randall. Clock at 4. Robinson pulls it in. The Grizzlies trail by 10. It's Schroeder with the drive. And now the Kings fast break. Now Nance. Over in the corner, Rozier. And the 3 off target. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Sacramento.
Yeah, we gon' get into this.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kings leading now by 10. Pass to Osman. A 3 ball. That one doesn't go.
And even without that 3 ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Morant. And the lead is down inside single digits. Morant's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Grizzlies. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
With the teardrop, and they'll keep possession. Pass to Osman. Randall outside. Here is Nance. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization to help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most. And that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Can't make it a distraction.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Sacramento has possession. Following the score by Memphis. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Bucket is good. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And no good on the 2nd free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. To the paint. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's Clark. And he uses the glass on the layup. Clark's got 6. Sacramento leading by 8. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Oh, good on the triple.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Here's Clark. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Randall right side. Down low. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, offensively, you better respect the reach of DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific at getting a hand on that one and swatting it away.
Unloads from 13. Jump shot is good. Bogdanovich has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Back to Nance. Over in the corner, Osman. Offensive rebound. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Randall. Outside Bogdanovich. Pocket 6.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense.
And so it's Memphis with it. Following the miss by Julius Randle.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The first one falls.
2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Sacramento with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Now, here's Bogdanovich. 9 points in the game so far. For 3. Just 5 on the clock. Traps in the tray. Bogdanovich has got 7 now in this quarter.
How about that touch, Bogdanovich? That time from way out.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
To the middle. And then Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Kings leading now by 7. Outside, Bagley. Pass to Randall. 16 feet away. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Well,
fleshing out his offensive attack here. Randall comfortable from that range to knock one down.
And here's Morant. Inside. It's stolen by Randall. And finished off by Bagley.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Here's Morant. Offline with his three. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
The Kings have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Both shots good from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Fournier. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Fournier's got 7.
And that's why Schroeder has a spot in the rotation. Coach recognizes his passing ability. He sets up his teammates well.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. 11-point game. Outside Bogdanovich. A pass to Fox. A three-pointer is right on target. Fox has got 21 in the game.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
13 feet away. Pass to Osman. 6 on the shot clock. Now Bielitsa. Back to Fox. A three-pointer, no good. The Grizzlies trailed by 14. Well, for Bielitsa, he's not the most athletic player on the floor, but Brent, he produces.
Yeah, Bielitsa, one of those guys who can flow into a transition and stop 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line and drill you from there. So a nice guy as a secondary option on the break is Bielitsa.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Here's Schroeder. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Fournier. They get it again. Goes back up. And Cousins with the lay-in.
Well, the edge to Cousins rebounding, you're okay with it if it shows up in the way he goes about his business on the glass.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 21. Bielitsa with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The three. And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Yeah, those are tough. You get back into the game by working harder than the other team, not the other way around. They're just going to extend this lead.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Now here's Schroeder. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Fournier. That shot, no good. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Here's Fox. That one goes. Count it.
How about that? Just accepting the contact and still getting the finish for Fox.
Pass to Cousins. Back to Schroeder. And it's Bjelica with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here.
Third team foul. Substitution.
Left side Jackson. To stop the run. And the whistle blows. He's fouled on a shot that misses, but not by much. 2 free throws nonetheless coming up for him. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. He's perfect from the line this time. Kings leading now by 17. Outside, Fox. Now Rozier launches it. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Fournier in the corner. The Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. Right side Jackson. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Kings. Fox with it. Bjelica. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Here's Fournier. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Shooting.
It's his first trip to the line.
Evan Fournier. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And here are the Kings now. They're on a 19-7 run. Sacramento moving it around. A pass to Fox. Rozier with the ball. Outside Holiday. Shot by Bjelica and nobody around. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
The offensive rebound. And it's Rozier missing.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Fournier for 3.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
The Kings have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. That free throw, no good. Sacramento making a switch here. And he sinks the second. 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
It's Fournier on the wing. That will count. Misses the shot. And so it's the Sacramento Kings in very good. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And it's Bjelica with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
And here are the Grizzlies. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Now, here's Rozier.
Ramsey. That's his first personal foul.
And he drops that one in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Ramsey. Off target with his three. Pass to Bielitsa. And Holiday has it in the corner. A second chance effort. Offensive rebound. Back to Rozier. 6 to shoot. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Ramsey. They get the rebound. And he jams it with authority.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
The three.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Bielitsa. And here is Rozier. Guarded by Jackson. Out to the right wing. Back to Bielitsa. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Bounce pass, Schroeder. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Nance.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
Then obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
The The Grizzlies trailed by 21. Now here's Morant. Pass to Clark. Takes the three. Here's Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's good from Jackson. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the
I'd like
NBA.
to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
And so it's Memphis with it. Sacramento able to drain the three.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Pass to Rozier. Back to Randall. Pulls up on the elbow. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Now, here's Bjelica. Pass to Randall.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Clark. That's his first personal foul.
He tries for three.
Yeah, not a lot of success for them from three-point range here in the second half.
At the elbow, it's Jackson. In the corner, it's Robinson. Launches a three. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Pass to Bjelica. The kick out to Rozier.
Set up.
4 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
To the inside. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Now here's Randall. To the paint. They could use a bucket.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
Here's Robinson. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Outside Holiday. Back to Rozier. Three-pointer. And the three ball is good.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
14 foul.
Here's Morant. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now, here's Rozier. Morant with the steal. Knocked away. Stolen by Holiday. Rozier for three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Bielitsa, following the score by Memphis. That free throw good from Randall.
7th pick in the 2014 NBA draft. The interesting thing about Randall is he falls into that category as a tweener, maybe not a 3-man or a 4-man, but over the course of his career, he's decided to improve his outside shooting, become a threat driving to the basket, and now finding a home offensively in the NBA. You wonder how much further he can go if he could expand to the three-point line. Julius Randle's going to be in this league for a long time.
Here's Baldwin. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 5. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Bielitsa with the bucket.
Oh boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. But how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin. Did
frankly. You? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Kings getting the bucket. Ball stolen. To the middle. Here's Nance. And Nance slams it in.
So fun to watch Larry Nance Jr. get up and be in flight.
And it's denied. Pass to Galloway. .152 left in the fourth quarter. Fires from deep. Baldwin can't get it to go. Memphis with the ball. Robinson for 3. And Galloway pulls it down.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Galloway hits both of them. Ray, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when you talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Kings.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for De'Aaron Fox.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Down low with the fadeaway. And no good, trying to use the glass. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 16-5 run. Here's Baldwin. Shot clock at 6. pulls up on the wing. It's good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up.